Right. So we're on day 29, right?
No. Yes.
Yeah, because I wrote on here.
Which yes, you're right.
Right. I was like, we're on 29 because like I kept thinking it was 28, but then I realized what we wrote in there to change it for grateful grateful attitudes.
Mm. Yeah, I wrote my listen to spirit on 30, so
Oh, okay.
mine says sometimes we overcomplicate things. See what is and acknowledge the current situation as it is, which will then lead to acceptance. Only when we accept things as they are can we move to embracing our wholeness, which allows us to become whatever we desire.
I like that. Makes a lot of sense. Like with the whole before we started the shedding, it's like just accepting who I was, but that's not who I am as well. I'm a whole different person.
Right, right. And I think when we really assess who we are, we see both. We see, well, I see myself maybe as an older version and I want to become something, a newer version, but we're ignoring who we currently are, which sometimes usually especially if we're feeling stuck, usually in an in-between phase where we haven't quite left the old version and haven't quite fully stepped into the new version. And so we got this like one step in, one step out. But I think it's really important to acknowledge that because you can't really know where you're going fully
Yeah.
unless you're admitting the truth about what is. So
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I had two cards fly out this morning. Um, whatever I desire, I can acquire. Whatever I desire, I can acquire. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law.
Hmm.
And then the other one is achieving success is my natural birthright. You are meant to succeed, and failure should be bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you. And when it does, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that is outside of you over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, the basics of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. Which, like, for a minute there, I kind of stuttered. I was like, this reminds me of yesterday. Because, like, we do deserve, like, good days every day, but it also is part of our mindset shift,
Yeah.
like, so, and that's what I kept thinking about yesterday. Like, after your message, I was like, no, I'm still gonna have a good day. I still have a good day. And whatever happened it happened for a reason, and it happened to me for a reason. And I'm meant to learn or overcome whatever anger was brought up from all those emotions. So I was like working through that yesterday.
For everybody who's watching, it's Sam was having a bad day and things were going wrong, and she was trying to feel like she was trying to get out of that mindset or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was asking why is everything going wrong when she's trying to have a good day. And then my advice was that sometimes things just go wrong, and that it's not about having a perfect day where nothing goes wrong. It's about when things go wrong, just allowing them to go wrong and then surrendering to that and
Yeah.
shifting the mindset of being like, I don't know why this is happening or whatever, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
And it's kind of like somebody said this, I don't know if it's like a Bible quote or someone quoted this, but it may like to help ease other people as well. It's like God doesn't put us through like we don't go through struggles on like purpose. We go through struggles to grow, like grow our faith, grow our, you know, if it's the gratitude, you know, it's to grow our gratitude through, you know, because how are we going to grow if every day is perfect?
Right. Yeah. And I think too, like what I saw yesterday, like on a, I don't know where it was, but it was like, life doesn't get easier. Life doesn't get better and it doesn't stop getting hard. We just get stronger
Right.
and be big. We have like the capacity, we grow bigger to hold space for things that are happening and taking the things. And like, that's why healing is so important because like when you heal, when you're before you heal, this trauma and all these things causes you to be reactive because you have no space, because you've had so many things like build up, all of your space kind of fills up, right? And then when you have something coming on, like someone passes away or some kind of life experience that happens, you have no room to store it and it becomes overwhelming. But
Right.
what happens as we heal is we take those things and we kind of process them and open up that space and grow bigger so that when life happens, we have more space for whatever is happening. And so I feel like that's like the big thing is like it like life is messy and this like to pretend that it's not messy is to bypass what being human is.
Okay. Sorry, I just noticed there was a text from work about a trailer. Okay, phone off. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, and that also can, like, when you can get stronger and shift your mindset set through it, then you know that is also what helps you to get to that abundant life that you're trying to achieve, manifest, get to. Um, yeah, because like I said, if it is perfect every day, you can't grow as a person, as a spiritually. If it's just like every day is la 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 la, you know, like yeah, then it's like, how can I grow? Because there's no like anger to work through, or you know, so it makes sense, and that's what I was like laughing about yesterday. I'm like, okay, I did need this because I needed to work through that.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Very true. Very true. And I'm sure if it was easy on earth, then all the spirits that come here to grow spiritually would probably not be coming here. So they
Yeah.
would be trying to go elsewhere.
Of spirits that are here trying to go elsewhere.
But yeah, where I'm like, can you please? Can please? I just don't want to go elsewhere. I just want to stay in spirit realm
Yeah.
forever. Done. They're like, ah, no, you got a couple more lifetimes. No. Ugh. Okay. So the quote for today is the wise man does not lay up his treasures. The wise man does not lay up his treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. Sorry. Oh, it's like a yawning day. So it's pretty much like, you know, when you give with gratitude because it's going to come back to you anyways. Like,
Yeah.
give with
If you
love.
hoard.
Yeah, give with love and give with gratitude. And um like the other day, when I gave the houseless guy a couple dollars, like I did it without no judgment. I was just like, here you go, you know, like not even thinking what he could use it for. I didn't care. I just wanted to spread the love.
Yeah. I feel like that's how it should be when it comes to apparently it's called unhoused now.
Oh, Okay. Oh yeah, unhoused. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I agree. And I think that that's how we should always give. There shouldn't be strings attached. But I also think that like what this is saying is like a wise man knows that if you hoard, you're blocking your own abundance. But um because they know that like giving and receiving are the same thing, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
it's all the same. It's a drop in the bucket either way. So
Right. Like going back to that houseless, I kind of offload subject a little bit. I kind of wish maybe one day I'll be the one to do it. Um, like some states, I don't know if they have it in Illinois, but I know some states have built like tiny homes where like it's pretty much like this one room thing for people that have no homes. And some of them, it's just like a bed that like folds up to the wall and then it folds down, almost like a military type style. Some of
mhm.
them house like two people for like maybe a mom and her kid or kids. And or if someone is fine with sleeping with another, but like so it goes up and there's like just very, very like it's all like basically a room studio type of thing. But you got like a little kitchen, like microwave, and I think a bathroom and stuff. I was like, that's really cool. I wish they
Yeah,
did that more places.
for sure. Exploration. With whom are you generous? Acknowledge yourself for being generous with that person who is generous with you. Today, acknowledge that person for their generosity. In what area of life could you be more generous with yourself? Practice being generous in that area. So I have a person that I work with. I've been working with since February, and I do it for free. And they want they generally want every 2 weeks, but I have got them to 3 to 4 weeks without go like so once a month.
Yeah.
But when I first started off, it was like twice a week, and then we slowly went to every 3 weeks. And I try I try to like go once a month, but I've been doing it for free. And yesterday, I had the session or whatever, and I have this like sometimes I have this dread, like depending on how I'm feeling, like I don't want to do it, right? Because there's like a part of me that's like, oh, you're doing this for free. But once I get on the call and I see how they have disabilities and lots of mental concerns and stuff. And once I get on the call, I always feel better about it because I see how far they've come, and just being generous with my time once a month, is something that I can do for them to support them on their journey. And I do see that. And so I feel like that's really generous of my time. I feel like I'm very generous even when I'm not totally feeling 100%, which I'm allowed to do. And it hasn't been a waste. You know what I mean? Like sometimes if you work with people for free, they don't really value your time, and they don't really give they don't give to themselves. But this person always is like, oh, trying the 100%, like considering that they're disabled and have mental health problems. And that I it's really is worth my time. And so that's like who I'm jealous or generous with the most.
I definitely like that. And I'll say, um, I'm trying to, I know who is generous a lot with me is you. Because you're always, always there for me anytime like I need someone to hold space for me and help me get through a mental breakthrough when I need that. And so thank you for that, for always being generous and giving me time when you have it to give. And no, she's not talking about me. um, and also doing this with me every day. So that's very generous. And for me, is like my husband, like when we have been through a lot this, past couple years. And, like, so giving him this, space when he's angry or going through something, and, like bringing back bad memories in his past because he hasn't worked through it or been able to work through it the way I work through my shadow work. So I know I'm giving space and generosity to hold space, even though sometimes as a human, I still, after so long, then I start getting angry, and the space I hold gets, you can only, like, your pie can only, you only have so many pieces. So, but I am proud of myself for as far as I've came, because before, like, as soon as something was said that irritated me or triggered me, that the new word I've learned is triggering me, then I would like totally run, either like go in another room or go for a walk, or I would just kind of blow up and start screaming and become the person that I didn't like before. And so, like, that's me being generous, holding space for him and myself, because I am no longer that person. And even when that person comes up, that's okay, because we're humans, and the next 5 minutes is a new 5 minutes. Tomorrow's a new day. So I'm grateful for holding space for myself.
That's good. For me, my friends Ashley and Crystal are very generous with me and their time and, helping me along my journey and stuff like that. So I do really appreciate them. And I do feel like I express it a lot, but a lot of times I feel that like ego pressure of like, they give me so much, like I wish I could give them so much. And then the area of my life where I could be more generous is with nutrition in my body and working out, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
like physical area.
Yeah. It's been a couple days. We worked out the one day, and then I'm not gonna get into detail about the second day. And then last night was my first night back to work, so I was like really exhausted, and I just came home and watched a little bit of TV. But today I want to go in, like, even if it's just a treadmill.
I just want to remind you that your goal was when you were not working. So
working out when I'm not working.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I'm like, I said if I get off early, I want to. That last night wasn't early, so last night I was to get home to like 8:30. But if I get done, but like before 8, so like 7:30, then I still would like to go in.
Right. I was letting you know that if you're working out while you're not working, you're doing good, because you're doing your goal. You're hitting your goal, because that was your goal.
Yeah,
It was not while you're working, but at least while you're not working. Correct. The days are off. So I'd be generous to yourself.
Oh, I am. I'm not beating myself up. I was just like, I could have, but I didn't. And that's okay.
Very good. So being generous may be giving your time, money, knowledge, etc. Stretch yourself in opening up to the flow. I think that being more generous to myself when it comes to nutrition and using what Spirit said today, which was like, sometimes I overcomplicate things. I think I could definitely stretch myself. And I feel like that's going to be my focus today, is that physical dimension, and seeing what really is, what is true, and then allowing accepting and creating space for embracing or loving
Yeah.
what is.
Um, I think with with me, holding space, like I don't know, I'm just like I'm so proud of myself, like in all, like for holding space and being generous to myself. 'Cause I've never, I wasn't like that before. I was always other people, always outside of myself. And now it's like like I've bought clothes for myself, and I would always do that for other people. And like being generous has never been a thing, to be generous to other people, but this is like the first time I've actually been generous for myself. I went and bought clothes, and I felt good about it. And even like before, when I was bigger, I still I still would hold on to money. I was like, I don't want to buy it. But when it came to somebody else, I was like, oh, okay, I'll buy them clothes or food or something. But for me, I'm like, no, I don't need it. But
Yeah.
so I've definitely stretched myself a lot with that, like for myself. And I think that was probably one of the huge blocks that I've had, was like not doing and being generous for myself as I was for others.
Nice. Do you want to do the being grateful?
Sure. I acknowledge and thank Goddess overflowing me as the money, credit cards, plant fishermen, shopkeepers, cooks, natural gas, truck drivers, friends and family for participating in every meal and every product I use today. Today, I'm especially acknowledging honeybees.
Nice. I acknowledge and thank God abundance me as money, credit cards, plants, fishermen, shopkeepers, cooks, natural gas, truck drivers, um, the EEOC, Instacart, lawyers for participating in every meal and product I use today. And today I especially acknowledge honeybees.
I like that because honey is really good. I like to put it in my tea. But I'm not. I do acknowledge them, and I love them because they're here for a reason. But I definitely stay away from any kind of bees since I'm allergic.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine, but stay away from me. Please live your life away from me. So I'm
Have you
like,
ever been stung?
oh, multiple times. Like they loved me. Like they love me.
That's
They
because you're
love it.
scared of them.
Yeah. Like when I was little, we remember the pool
Yeah.
my parents had? Well, I would always jump up on the edge, and I would grab the edge, to like pull myself up. And it never failed. I always got the right part right where there was a beehive.
Yeah.
And I felt something, and I knew it. And so I would try to go down into the water and stay as long as I could, but it never failed. As soon as I come up, I would like come up and run because they were swarming, and I would try to get up and run, and they got me.
Those aren't honeybees though, are they?
No, those actually I think
Those
they're
are
like,
wasps.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
like,
okay.
honeybees don't really like, because they die when they're honeybees. They like die if they use their stinger.
Yeah.
So they try not to.
They're yeah, well, I guess like yeah, it's never been honeybees. I mean, I've been stung by wasps. I've been stung by like a regular bee. I don't know the difference between a honeybee and a bee because it wasn't a wasp. But I have been stung by wasps, but I've also been stung by like a regular bee. But it's not like those bees that are like really furry and fluffy. I've never been stung by one of those.
You have the bumblebee.
Yeah.
You probably got stung by a yellow jacket, which is also a wasp.
Oh, then yeah, it's always wasps. But either way, just
Yeah, wasps don't die if they sting you, so
they don't.
no.
Mm, little
I
sucker.
stepped on a bumblebee, like a puffy one once, and then
Yeah.
whatever. And then I also, someone was like terrified. We were like standing in line. Someone was like really terrified. And this bee was like not leaving us alone. And so I just like snatched it out of the air and it stung my hand because I killed it or whatever, which makes sense because but this person was like hyperventilating and like just like scared as shit.
Yeah.
So I like that was that time, which is I deserved it because I don't like to kill bees, but
Yeah.
she was like
Yeah.
panicking. So
I learned not to panic so much, but inside I'm like panicking, but on the outside I'm not, because the reason I'm so scared now is because last time I did get stung, somehow I got stung at like here. And of course your face is, uh sensitive, but it stung me like on my lip and my whole face swelled. My lip swelled like 10 times this side. Like I literally was like this. And I couldn't breathe. And all the hospital told my mom was give her Benadryl, make her go to sleep so it'll slow her breathing down so she could breathe. That's all I said. But
yeah,
I ended up being told I'm allergic to bees and that I should carry around an EpiPen.
yeah,
Because every time I got stung, it did get worse. Instead of like, some people build up a tolerance, it's like mine got worse. Because even when I got stung on my leg, it swelled like around where the sting was that much. And then I've been stung on the leg a couple times and it would get bigger and bigger.
yeah,
Then the face was like, yeah, I don't want to get stung again because they definitely like my face.
yeah. You want to go first? What's your
Yeah.
word?
Um, I'm gonna do. They already used the divine in there. I'll do goddess again.
Okay.
I was gonna do divine, but I'm like, I see divine in there already. Is your spirit again?
Yep.
Okay. I know I am goddess. I know I am divine. I know I am whole. I am complete and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
Absolutely, because I know I am goddess. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
Exactly, because I know I am goddess. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being divine spirit you. Nope. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
Absolutely. I know I am goddess. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
Samantha, you are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
Absolutely, because I am, and I know I am goddess, and I know that I am divine. I know that I am whole and complete. And so I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
I absolutely do because I know that I am a badass goddess. And I know I am divine, and I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
It's true. You are a divine giver and you practice being goddess you by being generous.
I absolutely do because I know I am a goddess, and I know that I am divine, and I know that I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
Samantha, I see you. You are a divine giver. You practice being divine you by being generous.
Absolutely. And I know that I am a goddess, and I know that I am divine, and I know that I am whole and complete, and I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous.
Absolutely. And I know that I am a goddess, and I know that I am divine, and I know that I am whole and complete, and I choose to be love and give, give, give.
I see you. You are a divine giver. You practice in every moment being goddess you by being generous.
Exactly, because I know that I am a goddess and I know that I'm divine and I know that I'm whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver, Samantha. You practice being goddess you by being generous. Last
I
one.
absolutely do because I know that I am a goddess and I know that I am divine and I know that I am whole and I know that I am completely complete. And I choose to be love and give, 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 give.
You are a divine giver. You practice being goddess you by being generous. You know you are goddess. You know you are divine. You know you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Okay, because I am a divine giver and I practice being goddess, me by being very generous.
You know that you are goddess, and you know you are divine. You know you are whole and complete in every single moment. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Okay, because I'm glad that you see that because I am a divine giver and I practice being, I almost want to say divine again. And I practice being goddess me by being generous.
Samantha, you know you are goddess. You know you are divine. You know you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine spiritual giver and I practice being a goddess, me that I am, by being very generous.
I see that. You know that you are goddess and you know you are divine. You know you are whole and complete just the way you are. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine spiritual giver and I practice being goddess, me, by being generous. I
I
had
see
something
that.
else, but I was like, I don't know if I want to say that.
I see that. You know you are goddess, badass goddess, and you know that you are divine. And you know that you are whole and complete just the way you are. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine spiritual badass giver and I love practice being goddess me by being very generous.
You know you are the goddess and you know you are divine. You know you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine giver and I practice being goddess me by being very generous.
I see that. You know you are divine. You know you are goddess. You know you are whole and complete just the way you are. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine giver and I practice being goddess me by being very generous.
So true. You know you are goddess and you know you are divine and you know you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I am a divine giver, and I'm glad that you see that. And how I'm a divine giver is I practice being goddess me by being very generous.
I see that. You know that I know that you know you are goddess. And you know also that you are divine. You know you are whole and complete. And so you make the choice to be love and give so generously.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm glad that you see that and that you know that I know that you know that I know that I am a divine giver. And I've practiced being goddess me by being very generous.
Crazy. You know you are goddess and you know you are divine. You know that you are whole and complete and that you don't lack or need for anything. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
I do, because I am a divine baddie that is a very big giver with a big heart. And I practice being goddess me by being very generous.
The last one. You know you are divine. You know you are goddess. You know you are whole and complete. So you make the choice to be love and give, give, give.
Very true, because I am a divine giver, and I practice being that divine giver and goddess me by being very generous.
Mhm. I see that because I know I am spirit. I know I'm divine. I know that I'm whole and complete just the way I am. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, you are a giver, and you practice being a spiritual giver by being very generous.
I know that I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I'm whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because you are a divine giver, and you practice being spirit you by being a generous giver.
Thank you for witnessing that because I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, and I see that. I see that you are such a divine giver, and you practice being a spiritual you by being very generous.
I know I am spirit. I know I'm divine. I know I'm whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Amen, sister, because you are such a divine giver, and you practice being spirit you by being very generous.
Thank you. I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I'm whole and complete. So I actively intentionally choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because you are a very beautiful divine giver, and you practice being a spiritual baddie you that you are by being generous.
Thank you. I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I see that you are a divine, beautiful soul that likes to give. And so you're a giver. And you practice being a spiritual soul that you are by being very generous.
Thank you for witnessing that. I know I am spirit and I know I am divine. I know I'm whole and complete. So I choose to be love and I give, give, give.
Absolutely, because I see that you are such a beautiful divine giver, and you practice being spiritual you by being a beautiful giver.
I see that. I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete, just the way I am in this moment. So I choose to be love in every moment and give, give, give.
Well, absolutely, because you are a beautiful divine giver, and you practice being spiritual you by being very beautifully generous.
Thank you. I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Good, because you are a divine giver, and you practice being spiritual you by being very generous.
Thank you. I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love and give, give, give.
Absolutely. And you are a divine giver. And you practice being spiritual you by being very generous.
What's this last one?
Yes.
I know I am spirit. I know I am divine. I know I am whole and complete. So I choose to be love, LOVE, and I give, give, give.
I see that. I see that you are a beautiful giver. And you practice being a beautiful spiritual you that you are by being very generous. And you know that you are spiritual. Yeah, you know that you are spirit. You know that you are divine, and you know you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
Thank you for witnessing me. I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Well, absolutely, because I know that you are spirit, and you know that you are divine, and you know that you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
Thank you. I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Absolutely. Because you know that I know that you know that you are spirit, and you know that you are divine, and you know that you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
I am a divine giver, Samantha. I practice being spirit me by giving and being generous.
Absolutely. And I see you. I see you every day pulling through because you know that you are spirit. You know that you are divine, and you know that you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Absolutely. And I see that. You know that you are a divine spiritual being and beautiful. And you are absolutely divine and whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
Wow, I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you are very beautiful spirit, and you are divine, and you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
I see that. I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
And I see that. I see you pulling through it every day. And I see how beautiful you are because you know that you are spirit, and you know that you are divine, and you absolutely know that you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, 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 give.
I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous with my time, money, knowledge, resources.
Absolutely. And you know that you are spirit. So you know that you are divine. And you know because of that, that you know that you're whole and complete. And so you choose love and to give, give, give.
I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous because giving and receiving are one and the same.
Absolutely. And you know that you are spirit. So you know that you are divine as well. And you know that you are whole and complete. So you choose to be love and give, give, give.
I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Absolutely. Because you know that you are spirit, and you know that you are beautifully divine, and you are whole and complete because of that. And so you choose to be love and give, give, give.
True. I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
And the last one. So you know, and I know that you know that you know that you are spirit, and you are beautifully divine. And because of that, you are whole and complete. So you choose love and to give, give, give.
I am a divine giver. I practice being spirit me by being generous.
Absolutely, positively.
Woo!
We got your,
We
oh
have
my God.
13 more days.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, I
I-
almost put day 40 for tomorrow, but it's day 30.
Awesome.
Jumping ahead in the timelines. All right, everybody, have a good day.